To my right is Chevy's oldest nameplate. That's right, it's the Suburban, and it's hooked up to a 5,500-pound horse trailer from our friends at CM Trailers. And right here, it's the brand new 2018 Ford Expedition Max, and it is hooked up to an identical CM horse trailer. And Andre, which of these two do you want to drive?
The Expedition, of course.
All right, you take the Expedition, I'll take the Suburban, and we'll do a towing test, and that is coming up right now on the Fast Lane Truck. Hey guys, I'm in the Chevy with my man Andre and Brian from Ford behind us, who's going to show us the route because there is a designated route. So Andre, I was going to go like PCH1 and flooring it, and you know.
Let's do it. Drifting the trailer?
I was going to do all that. Can we do that?
Let's follow the route.
I think we're going to be following the route,
Okay.
guys. So Ford's program, Ford's rules, but nevertheless, getting both of these trucks together at the same time can be challenging. So when we have them, we take advantage of it.
And it's an identical trailer with both trucks, which is really important.
Under the hood of the Chevy is a 5.3-liter V8 that puts out 355 horsepower and 383 pound-foot of torque. Under the hood of the Expedition, that's a 3.5-liter EcoBoost, puts out 375 horsepower and 470 pound-foot of torque. Now we've got Chevy versus Ford. We've got a 6-speed versus a 10-speed, and we've got the recipe for a classic towing challenge. I think after this,
You're clear on my side.
The beans here. It's floored. It's okay. It's not a rocket, but the truck certainly has enough power for this. I think if it were a horse back there, he'd be giving me the stink eye right now. And I tell you, it's quiet in here. The truck doesn't seem to be struggling. There's not a lot of kind of the tail wagging the dog, which you can get sometimes when the weight is not set upright or when it's too heavy. I feel like this truck is kind of going, no sweat, I can do this. Here comes the brakes. The brakes. Oh, a little bit of grade shifting there. Did you hear it? Yeah, in tow haul mode, it's helping me. So it is using the transmission to help slow down this big boy.
The other thing about the Suburban, they don't offer the big 6.2 liter in this truck. You know, the 5.3 is all you get. Also, sort of you know, the 6-speed has been around for a long time in this truck.
Usually 10 gears is more fuel efficient than 6 gears. And so it kind of does feel like Ford has taken it to the next level when it comes to the battle for the most amount of forward gears that a vehicle can have. Having said that, you know, 6 gear has been around, it's proven, it's true and time tested, and this truck is doing a really good job of grade shifting and keeping me from overdriving down this hill. Inside our CM horse trailer are, oh, I'm so disappointed, Andre, there are no horses, but instead we've got mats, and that's where the weight comes from. Now, 5,500 pounds isn't a huge amount for these basically truck-based SUVs to tow, but this is what Ford gave us, so this is what we're going to tow. Hey, Andre, we're in a bit of an uphill section here.
Yep.
Let me floor it and see how this truck does.
That's floored?
That's floored. It's floored. It's struggling. Now you can feel the weight.
So it is putting a load on the Suburban.
It is putting a load on the Suburban. Let's do the same thing in the Expedition and see how those turbos handle this grade. It's pretty steep. I mean, it's not the gauntlet, but nevertheless,
Yeah, good.
you know,
good test.
it's pretty steep.
This is the payload capacity. In the Suburban, 1489, and in the Expedition, 1625.
We got the Monroney right here. So let me look at the critical facts here. Now, of course, this vehicle is not for sale. So since it's not for sale, there's no price. But these start at about 53,000, Andre.
Yeah.
And if you get them loaded up like this one is,
Well, this is the limited model.
so not quite the top end, but about 84.
If you load it all the way up in the Platinum, that'll be 84. This is less.
Yes.
Okay, well, let me accelerate pretty hard.
an interesting rumble. Now, keep in mind, I think that Ford does augment the engine note inside the Expedition with the 3.5. So what you're hearing in here is a little bit, well, it's a little bit
computer
augmented.
and some
enhanced. Yeah, so it's a little bit enhanced. So there's kind of this deep roar that I'm not sure that the engine is actually putting out, but you can hear in here, which is satisfying. Now we're going to come to a pretty steep, long downhill. So let's see how this thing does when we're going down the hill, Andre.
I'm going to tap the brakes once.
Yeah.
That was from 6th to 5th to 4th. It did downshift.
You got 10 gears. That's a lot of gears.
There's a lot of gears to choose from. And this is basically underneath, at least in the front half of the SUV, is an F-150.
Yeah, it's basically
based
a truck.
on the F-150. Were you using a lot of brake in the Suburban?
I was
it
not.
holding you?
It was holding me pretty well, yeah. How about you?
I am using a little bit of brake, and I'm in 3rd gear now.
So the grade shifting is not quite as good. Maybe it's the fact that it's got so many gears.
And maybe a little bit less displacement on the engine. I mean, there could be many things.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'd say it's about the same, Andre.
It's about the same. It didn't kick down like I would expect it to.
Yeah.
Let's try again, because you did another test up here.
Yeah.
There.
That was a little faster.
Yeah.
See to the pant-o-meter.
A little faster.
A little faster.
It actually downshifted to 2nd this time and picked up some RPM, and then it kind of lit up. Still, both of these with 5,500 pounds, you notice there's a weight behind you.
Hey Andre, so what have we learned about the towing ability of these two trucks?
The Suburban did better on the downhill, and the Expedition did better on the uphill.
But you know what we really have to do with them?
Take them on the eye gauntlet.
That's right, we have to stress these trucks out, because without stressing them out, it's really hard to tell which is the better towing machine. As always, this is Roman.
And Andre.
Check out tfltruck.com for more news, views,
and real-world towing reviews.
Hey Andre, is this aluminum?
Yep, sure is.
Just like that Airstream that came by.
Why don't we tow that?
It's only 6,500. Not that much more.